Hello everybody, I'm sure many of you have already seen this footage, but in this video we are going to expose this lady that I've paused the footage in particular on this lady because I recognised her and I've made it 100. I've researched it 100% to know that this is definitely the lady that we are going to expose in this video, and she was clearly the one who orchestrated this violent attack against a group called Turning Point UK. Now, they are a soft centre-right group. They went along to offer an alternative view at the Marxism Festival in London with a stand, with a stall saying the virtues of capitalism. They were trying to offer an alternative view. They were called Nazis and they had their stall trashed, and some of them was savagely beaten up. I mean, this is a bit of a wake-up call because this woman in particular who we're going to expose today, she seems to be orchestrating this violence, and she happens to be a leader of the far-left group Stand Up to Racism, which this Tory government funds. I don't know why they fund them, because they are Marxists, the socialists, and they really don't like the Tories, but there we go. Now then, this delightful lady, Little Red Riding Hood, her name is Nahela Ashraf, and she is the leader of Stand Up to Racism. She is the leader, the organiser, the head honcho, whatever title she officially has, but she is the leader of the Manchester branch of Stand Up to Racism. And anybody can go on the Manchester branch of Stand Up to Racism, have a look at the photos on Facebook, and you'll see for yourself. Now, I first came across this lady. I happened to be walking past the Stand Up to Racism protest. I think it was a protest about a lad who'd been killed called Chris Cabba. He was doing the usual, saying this was this is all down to the terribly racist Britain that we live in, etc. I filmed it. Now, I'll put the link in the description because this lady got up to speak, and she was bragging about this WhatsApp group that people can join, and they stop illegal immigrants, not the ones in hotels, illegal immigrants who have escaped that. They haven't been put in an hotel. They've not been. They've obviously come in at Dover and escaped the authorities, and nobody knows who they are or where they are. But then when the authorities find out, these people could be working in restaurants, etc. This group, this lady, she was bragging about this WhatsApp group they have where they get tipped off when there's going to be an immigration raid, and they turn up in numbers and stop immigration raids from happening. I researched it on their Facebook group, on their Facebook page, and actually, yeah, they were very successful as that. I'll put the link into the video that I'm referring to because, it's clearly that they're getting tipped off. It's clear to me that they're getting tipped off by an MP, someone in government, or somebody in Greater Manchester Police for them to find out the information about the time and date and location where immigration raids are going to be occurring well ahead of when they're planned. So, I called it out at the protest. I waited to the very end when they was giving out these QR codes. I'll put the link into the video. Shortly after that, I knew I had to get out of there pretty quick. I mean, it was I'd shown my cards that I wasn't on their side, and somebody came up asking me, "Oh, I was in the background of your video. Can I have a look at your video because I don't want my face on your video, etc." Luckily, I'd put the iPad in my bag, and I wasn't getting the iPad out because I knew full well that if I pulled the iPad out, I probably never would have seen it again. I just told him I'd blur out his face and kept walking, and he didn't say. I just kept walking and kept walking and kept walking away from him. So fair play to Turning Point, but I wouldn't advise turning up trying to, when they're as far gone and far left as Marxists, as Marxism, there's no way that you're gonna. There's no way that you're gonna convince them. You're not going to be able to pull these people back once they've gone as far left as that. And Yeah, so I wouldn't advise it, but still, I'll give kudos to Turning Point for trying it. And yeah, Heiko Ku, I watched his footage. I mean, he was, he was fair play to him. He was calling these lefties and Marxists out, saying they're doing a terrible disgrace to Marxism, and they were calling him a Nazi. And you know, he explained to them, or well, he didn't explain. He just shouted at them down the megaphone. Fair play to him that he's been a Marxist since he was 17-year-old. But I think Heiko Ku's waking up actually, because I don't know. He seems more traditional Labour. He's definitely left wing, but he's more traditional Labour. I don't know. I think he might just like the scriptures of Karl Marx, but maybe he's waking up, because this is the behaviour of, we could call it new neo-Marxism, but it's certainly Heiko Ku realised on this day that these people aren't the same sort of. He doesn't condone these people. He doesn't agree with them. So yeah. Anyway, I'll play the rest of the footage. But yes, Little Red Riding Hood. Her name is Nahela Ashraf. She's the head honcho of Stand Up to Racism, and all this information, even the photograph that you've seen with the name, I only know a name because that information has been put out on their Facebook page. And if you was in any doubt at all, here's a photograph that I found on their Facebook page of Nahela Ashraf wearing the exact same clothes, the exact same red dress, the same white trainers, and the exact same headscarf as she was filmed in this footage, where she clearly seemed to be one of the orchestrators of a violent attack on an 18-year-old, just because they didn't like his point of view.